Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your Devops SRE DevSecOps coach. So now I'm going to talk about Terraform variables. Okay, so it's very simple, right? When you start coding, right, you have to use the variables also, right? So let's put it in this way. You need to learn variables, you need to learn operators, you need to have a conditioning statement, you need to have a looping, you need to know the functions, all this thing will come right along with it. So similarly in Terraform we are writing code and then we do have a variables. So what are the different types of variables which you can use in Terraform? So typically we call it input variable, output variable, values and local values. Mind it, it's not a variable, values, output values and local values, input variable. So we'll focus on the input variable. Now guys, you know what? This slide is one of the best slides which I have come across over the couple of years actually. Okay, so now if you ask me, Rajesh, where and all we can declare the variables, where and all we can pass the values, and which is having the precedence if I declare the duplicate variables multiple places, this slide is the answer. So now if you look at this, where and all you can declare the variables. So now you can declare the variable on the command line. Yes, first one. How do we do that? So you remember the Terraform plan or Terraform apply, Terraform destroy, followed by space and then a hyphen var is equal to da da da. So this is the command line. Second place where we can declare the variable. So we can declare the variable the environment variables. Okay. The question is how? So any variable which you want to declare, you have to prefix with tf underscore var, that is in capital, and then you can set it in the environment variable. The moment you run the command, the Terraform will read all the variables set in the environment and prefix with tf underscore var. That is something which you have. Third place where we can declare the variable, that's a variable.tf. Now tf means, see, I just said the file name can be anything. The extension is tf. That means variables, when I say variables.tf, it's not like only you can have a variable. Any resources you can have it, as I just said already. So yeah, these are the three places at least you can declare the variable. Okay, so now you must be wondering, why do we have a three different files with the red background, autovars, terraform tfvars or json and tfvars. Why do we have? So these are the files it is used for values. Yeah, so sometime what happens, you may declare a hell lot of variables in the code, but you want to have a centralized value file which can be used across the anytime. So, out of these three, most popular one is terraform.tfvars, this one. That means you can have a values in this file. Okay. So now the question you may ask, okay, what about that if I declare the variable and values everywhere? So which will having the highest precedence? And I think you have answer. Command line, the values will be having the highest. The least which we have is the variable.tf. That means in any Terraform file which you set the variable and value, that is having the least precedence actually. Are you understanding, all of you?
I think
All of
so.
you? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah. So now the question is, what are the different types of variable which we have in Terraform? So I must tell you here, if you know the Python or Golang, then you will be very comfortable with it. I must remind you, Terraform has been developed using Golang. So that means whatever the variables you can declare in the Golang, you can use in the Terraform as well. So these are the supported type of the variables which you have in Terraform: string, number, list, map, boolean, set, and object. A set, object, and tuple. So these are the one. Out of which I think if you know the string, number, list, and map and boolean at least five, that is more than sufficient for time being. But yeah, you should explore more into set, objects, and tuple also. Okay. So these are the types of variable. Now, guys, I'm telling you how do we declare the variable in Terraform file. I repeat, Terraform file. This is how you declare the variable in Terraform file. You have a block name called variable, followed by variable name. You may have a descriptions, the type which is coming from here, and then value, default value. Okay. So this is how you can declare the variable. Now, rest of the things there could be more, But right now, because we have a limited time, I want to show you some sample code which you can start using it. So I'll go for Terraform variable and Devops code. Okay, so I want to show you the one code which you can immediately start understanding and see that. So this is the one file, and I need one examples. So guys, this is the one of the example. I want to use it for you to understand how the variable. So look at this here. Very simple. There's one variable. If you understand that, the variable type is number, the name instance count, and the default value is 1. Now the question is, this is a declaration of variable and values, but the question is, how do we use it? Simple. Look at this here. Here count is equal to var dot instance underscore count. That means, how do we use the variables in the places where you want to use it? So you have to prefix with var dot, and then instance count, you see, is matching. So now the question is, what is a count here? What is a count? So count is a one of global variable. Typically we call it a meta arguments, but I will call it global variable by because that we understand. Okay. So count is like, you can call it a global argument or meta arguments, whatever you know call it. And this count means, let's say if you set 3, okay, that means this whole resources will be created 3 times. If you set 5, it will create 5 times. So right now, if you see that, what we have, var dot instance count, the value is 1. That means this resources will be created 1. Are you comfortable, all of you?
Think so.
Okay. Next type is string type. You see that type is equal to string, and that here you type, you see Rajesh is in string. Now how do we use it? So look at this here, you are using again var dot instance name. Next one you see here, it's a list. Now if you see the list, it's just a one element. You can put the more elements separated by comma, something like this. Okay, so you can put the, what happened? So you can put the more instance, more elements here in the list, and that is possible. So security groups, this is something which you have. Now, how can we use the list? So let me show you this. Here it is. Okay, same way. Now let me show you the one map. Here map, there's a one key and value. It can be multiple and key value here. It can be possible. Name 1, name 2, name 3, like this. It is possible. How we are using this map? Here it is. Look at this. And now next one is variable called bool. Look at this. And there is no value set. There's no value set. You remember that in every time here I set the value default here, here default, here default. But here I'm not setting a value. What will happen? So guys, when you do not set up a values, then what will happen? See here, look at the interactive one. If you set up a variable but do not set up the values, Terraform will prompt you for providing a values. Yes, that is called interactive option. Terraform asks for required values, not otherwise provided. Okay, so that is the reason. If you see that here, I have not provided the values, but here you are using it. See here you are using it. So you are using it. So because of that, it will prompt you while running the code. Okay, now guys, this is the ternary operator. This is one of the operator which we have. Okay, understand that. So here count is equal to what? So count is equal to whatever you provide. Yes, if you provide true, then it will set 1. If you provide false for this, it will set 0. And when the count is equal to 0, these resources will not be created. Okay, so what I'm trying to say, the command will remain same. Command will remain same, like a plan, apply, destroy. But what I'm trying to say, you can introduce the variable to reduce the hard coding in the in the program. Are you comfortable, all of you?
I think so. Well, probably I need to practice more, but yeah, I think so.
Yes. Okay, so now guys, I want to introduce provisioner. In fact, I was talking about provisioner just few minutes back. I want to introduce provisioner. Okay, so what is provisioner? So you know what? The old version of Terraform, we had a 6 or 7 provisioners, I think so. But right now we have a 3 provisioner. What are those? So let me show you these provisioners. So just write Terraform provisioner and DevOps code. Enter. And here it is. And if you remember that I copy this code last time also, I think I showed you here. So this is the whole thing. If you look at this is a whole one resources. Okay. And now if you look at this one resources which I have created earlier, but here you have a connection block. Here you have a provisioner block with local exec. Here you have a provisioner block with a remote exec, and here you have provisioner block with file exec, a file. So what is provisioner, and what are the types of provisioner and how it works? So basically there are 3 types of provisioner: local exec, file, and remote exec right now. Okay. Earlier we had a few more, but it's got removed in the latest version of Terraform. So first thing, what is provisioner? So let me show you through image so you'll understand good. So guys, this is your laptop, and your laptop, you have Terraform installed here. Okay. Let me make a little bit. So this is Terraform install here, Terraform install here, and then this is the code. Okay. This is the code you have written. Now the question is, what is a provisioner? So guys, in the code, what you have written, you are saying, hey, create one VM for the sake of discussion. So this code you have sent it to Terraform, and Terraform, you know that how it works. And AWS has created one VM here, one VM here. Done. So now guys, remember that AWS can create a VM, can modify the VM, can destroy the VM. But AWS has no capability to go inside this VM and modify something. So what do you need to do? So now this is you are using laptop, and what you will do after that, manually, if you want to change something, you will do SSH and WinRM or RDP, remote desktop, and then do log into this and then do something here. So now the question is, I'm not going to do manually things, everything has to be done automated way. So what to do? And that is where we have a provisioner concept. Okay. So instead of you will go and manually SSH and VRM a remote desktop, you do and then make a changes. Terraform will do on behalf of you after creating the resources. So Terraform will do that. But the question is how the Terraform will do. So you have to use your provisioner here. So local provisioner, what is a local provisioner? So local provisioner, after creating resources, remember, file also after creating a resources, remote also after creating resources. What will happen? Local exec provisioner would run command script in a machine where Terraform, just avoid the spelling mistake right now, where Terraform is running. Terraform is running. Okay, this is something. So in that case, if you use a local provisioner where the command and script will run, so as per the image, it will run here. You have a code here, you have used the local exec, and then if you added anything, it will run in this machine, actually in this machine. So that's a local exec. So if I see the example, look at this here. This is the example of local exec. What you are doing, you are trying to create one folder where it will get created it in your host machine, in your laptop where the Terraform is located. So that is a local provisioner. Now next one is file provisioner. What will happen? So file provisioner, after the creating the resources, it can copy a file from host machine to a VM which was created. Mind it. And for this you need access to the VM. I repeat, for this you need access. So file will help you to copy the file provisioner will help you to copy certain files from here to this machine. But for this is required access to that VM, right? How can you do that? So you must look at this. See, this is the file provisioner. is taking this file from the current location, and in the Linux VM which got created on AWS is copying that location, this file. And for this you need a permission, right, for the VM. And this connection block is helping you to provide the access to the VM. So what is the more type SSH? It can be WinRM also, username, and then key which is in current directory, and this is the IP address which has been taken from the state file, self IP, and get it done. So that means Terraform on behalf of you will copy this file from here to here using SSH protocol. SSH protocol. Okay. So that is a local, that's a file provisioner. Now what is the remote provisioner? So remote provisioners, after the creating the resources, it would do run cmd and script in VM you created. That means here. That means here. If you want to run anything here in this server, then you have to use which provisioner? Remote exec provisioner. So this command, if you see that, this is the Ubuntu AMI. Okay. So this command will run, install the update, Apache 2 and stuff like that. Did you understand, all of you?
Yeah, it's clear. I hope. One
Yeah.
more question. Can you put in the chat the link to this website with these examples
Yes, yes.
to for
Yeah.
analyze? Yeah.
Yes, yes. I'll share with you. So all this thing, let me share all the tutorials of Terraform here. Though I told you the how to techniques to put search in Google. Anything you want to search in Google, just add a DevOps school at the end of it. But this is all the tutorials you will find Terraform. Here it is. See all the Terraform tutorials. I'm putting the chat for your reference. You can fav it out this one. I'll send you an email also through the coordinator later in the time. Okay. Okay. So now, guys, this
If you don't mind, it should be nice as well to have your notes there because it's a lot of information to condense it in 3 hours. So we might
yes.
forget about bits and pieces of this information during the
Very,
process.
very, yes, very well. So I'll send you all the consolidated notes. In fact, recordings will be there and things will be there. Yeah, I'll send you that. I'll send it to uh, 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 coordinators and he will share with each one of you.
I see the link, but in this particular website which you use this because there are a lot of different websites. Yeah, which one it is?
Oh, this is a DevOps school. Everything is from the DevOps school.
So please put the link, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Great. Thank you.
So any recording has been shared until now by the
Yeah.
from the
So
DevOps school.
yeah. So all 3 days recordings you will receive tonight actually.
Okay. Yeah. Once you share with them, after that only will receive. Thank you.
Right. Yeah. Okay, guys. Now the topic which I'm going to cover, which is the most important one. Yes, that is the most important one. So now we must be thinking, uh, we have to write so many codes, right? I just showed you example only with the one resources here, right? But in real time, do you need only one resources? No, of course not. You need the thousands and thousands of resources to be created as part of staging environment, integrations and all. So what are you going to do? Are you going to write all this code? So guys, actually no, you are not going to write a code. I taught you because we have to learn all this thing. But you know what? Most of the code has been written already. Yes, most of the code has been written already and shared at the website. I want to share, I want to show you that one. And this website you know very well, and this is the website. So see, earlier I talked about there are 4,000 providers, correct? But now I'm going to talk about so many modules we have. Look at this. How many modules we have so far? 16,000 modules. Now the question you must be having in your mind, what is modules? So let me tell you here. Uh, though I can give you a hell lot of jargons about the modules, but I want to keep it very simple so you understand in a very short span of time. And again, you have a time offline to study a little bit more. I will ask you one simple question. Let's say I have a 500 resources. I repeat, I just show you the demo of the only one resources, but we have a 500 resources. What would you prefer? Would you want to keep all resources in one .tf file, one file, or multiple tf file? You'll keep it multiple tf file, and the name of the tf file you'll give it different as per the resources categorizations and use cases. What do you think? What you will do? Would you like to keep everything in one or multiple?
Sorry, can you repeat your question, please? Skip.
Question is very simple. You have a
Mm-hmm.
500 resources for your
Okay.
for you to create. All these 500 resources, you want to keep it in one file or multiple file? That's my question.
We can do a grouping, but it is easy to manage in one file.
Okay, so
We
let's
can
say
do a
one
grouping
file,
also, like grouping
with
like network
10,000.
resources, storage resources, like that.
In
That's what I'm saying.
multiplayer files. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
So if I
Okay.
say one file with 1,000 lines and one file and 10 files you have, and each of these is having 100 lines, which one you prefer? Easy to manage. We are a
Mm,
human being.
10 files. 10
Oh, of course,
files.
10 files, right? Okay. Now
Yeah.
that's the one thing you understood, the complexity of this Terraform. Now, second questions, if I ask you, uh, let's say you have this all this 500 resources. Some code is from the BPC, some code for EC2, some code for ELB, some code for application, some code for database, some code for web front, some code for XYZ. So now all this thing, you want to keep it in all this 10 file, or you will create one folder for each one of these? What do you prefer? You tell me.
Why don't you create a file for each type of resource instead?
Yeah, that is also good idea, but you don't want to run everything. Remember that what was the problem with the Terraform? I told you, whether it's a one
Yeah.
file or multiple file, still is one project, right? So if you want to run it, you have to run
Probably,
it every.
probably you don't want to burn everything in one time, one thing, right? Because
Right,
then you maybe come to the point where things can overlap, right? And things can fail
right,
because of overlapping, right? It's
correct,
possible
yes.
maybe to divide this by folders of type of resource, and then by this you can run your stuff.
I think
My
Actually,
opinion.
on the other hand, yeah, on the other hand, it might be, depends on the requirement. For example, I'm making multiple changes in my application. And in application, it has a VPC, it has ELB, it has web, DB. If I group based on the all DBs in one file, then application for all applications which I have defined in one DB, I have to make changes, right? So
yes,
that is
yes,
also not required or in demand. So
yeah.
that is also
So
complex to
basically, yeah,
maintain.
it's all depends on you. It's all depends on you. But see the what I'm trying to tell you here. See, demo I showed you with only one or two resources, but on real time you have thousands of resources, and thousands of resources for different categories of services, or different application layers. Okay, and you don't want to run everything at every time. You want to run only few at a time. So what we do? So typically what we do, we create a module. Okay, what we create a module, and that is what we have in Terraform. So what is the question was, what is a Terraform? What is a module? What is a module? So guys, module is nothing but a directory. I'm putting a very simple definition. Okay, it's a directory which contains Terraform file. Simple. So now you will say, Rajesh, if this is the definition, then in that case, don't you think this is the modules? This is the one module. This is the directory. Terraform is a directory, one directory, and it has some Terraform files. So don't you think it's a module? Yes, it is a module. And this module, we call it a root module. Yes, this is a root module. So there is a one module total. Okay, and inside that there is one more directory which has a Terraform file. There's one more directory, we have a Terraform file, one more directory, one more directory, one more directory, like that. These all are child module basically. And here you will have a main.tf. So this main.tf will call each child module. See here. See this total directory which is having main.tf, and this main.tf you will call all this subdirectory. So this is called
I-
root module, and this is called child module.
Is it something similar to roles in Ansible?
100% right. You are 100% right. Roles which contains the task, variables, handlers, templates, all this thing. So same way here you have a multiple directories, and each directory contain the Terraform code, variables, and many other stuff. Got it?
Got it. Yeah, thanks.
And this file which I'm reading, you can call it as a site.yaml. If you remember, in roles we call it site.yaml in Ansible. Right? So what is a module? Module is a directory which contains Terraform file. So yes, by that definition, everything is a module. So one is root module, and then inside that you can have a multiple child module. Child module you can call from the root module. Simple. So now the question is, can I convert this into the child module and root module? So root module, anyways, we have. I'm going to create one directory and EC2, naming it. Let me use a small one. Okay. And then feed this guy here. Done. There's the one module. There's a one more module you can introduce. Likewise, one more directory. Now the question is, you need to have a calling module, right? So main.tf. Done. And I'm going to call this module. Uh, Call this module. So here, uh, Terraform module Devops school. I just want to copy the block. This is the module, and the name you can keep it whatever you want. That's up to you. But EC2 directory name, it should be EC2. So here this is the relative path dot EC2. That's all. Current location and then EC2. And this is the name, you can give it whatever you want. My name, whatever. Okay, done. So this is the module you are calling from the root module. Now can I show you this plan? See that? Now there is a problem. The problem is, here it says, hey, module is not yet installed. You are using the module but not installed. So basically, the moment you add a module, you have to run init one more time. That's called installation process. Okay. So init you have to run during two times. One, you install the modules, use the modules, and second, you download the provider and then run the plan. And see, remember one resources I was creating in the child module. So you should be having one to create. There's some problem. What is this? Is there? There's a warning. You can ignore it for time being. 1 to add, 0 to change, 0 to destroy. So this is the module. You can create as many modules for your code. You plan, your design, your code actually. No one is stopping you. Okay, now then you will say, Rajesh, you said I don't have to write a code. What was that? So that is coming to that point, guys. Let me tell you guys, if you understand the modules, so I must tell you here, all the modules has been already written. You see here how many modules you have it here, and you just go and search for the module which you are looking for. It almost all the code has been written by the community, people like you and me, and they have shared on the GitHub and published it here. AWS has written module for their own resources. Azure has written a module for their own resources. Community also writing a module and sharing it here. So what do we do? So option number one, let's say I want to create a VPC. VPC, subnet, route table, net gateway, all this thing. So either you spend 2 or 3 days writing a code, or I'll tell you how I work. This VPC module has been written. If you want to understand the code, here it is. This is the code. You can refer this all file. See, these all the files, which is a Terraform file. See that? Okay, and the rest of the things supporting file. Okay, so what do? Simple. you want to download this module. So how do we download? There's a code. Go to this and look at this. This is my local module. Look at the path. And this is the module which is coming from the registry. Automatically it will download from the internet. So what do we do? Let me show you. See, I have not written even a single line of the code. I have to do init one more time because new module, right? See, this command will download the modules in the local. Done. And then I'm running the plan and see that I have not written even a single line of the code. I just used the code which is written by someone else from the communities portal. And okay, so there is a problem. What is the problem? The problem is GitHub. No. What is this? Why the GitHub is coming here?
Because it's on the configuration in other places.
Where? I did not add it actually.
Yeah, but it's on the folder Terraform that you're playing with.
Let me check. Did I add it to GitHub? I forgot, to be honest. Let me check.
No
It
worries.
should be.
But I think it should be
No,
there
it's not there.
on the providers, maybe.
This will not cause a problem. Hold on a second. Let me read the error. This will not. This will just download the provider node code. Maybe I'm reading the code.
And there is some line above GitHub. Can you see the source version?
Hold on a second.
Line
Let me check.
789.
789.
Sorry, not this. The previous file which you were showcasing. Yeah, here.
This is good. This is good. This is just to download the provider I was showing you. There's an
No,
error
above
differently.
7 8. Okay, 789 in this.
This is good. No, this is good. I
Okay,
run this command.
okay,
No,
okay, okay, okay. Okay. Oh, I didn't read it's a provider. Okay, fine.
yeah, just a second. Hold on. I'm just checking. Is it? Okay. My bad. Sorry. So what I did, I put the provider files in the child module. That was a problem. It should be in the root module. Provider should be in the root module. That was a problem. Okay. Let me run
Okay.
that one more time. Plan. That was a problem. See here. Done. So remember that I did not even wrote those resources and 5 is adding. You see all this thing without me writing any code actually. So like that you have more than 16,000 modules and oh wait. I did use the module. Oh yeah, correct. Yeah, everything's correct. Yeah, because I
But
forgot.
you
I have
you didn't run the init again. Whenever you move files between your Terraform file structure, you should
no.
init it afterwards, no?
No, actually, when you install the new provider or module, then you need to run init. And in that case, what I did, I just changed the location of the file because I had already downloaded the provider. No, so you don't have to run it. Though you can rerun, and that's a safe. It will not happen anything. Let me put it up one more time because both
Be-
provider and module has been downloaded, so it is saying it's up to date. No problem.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
So only if you add new providers for new, let's say, connections, then you need
right,
to init again.
right.
Not
Yes,
if you create new files and so on, you don't need to init it again.
correct. Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes. So guys, this is the module. So now you have an ocean here. If you go and see that, this is your ocean. How many modules you have total? 16,000 modules you have it. And this is your world. What do you want to create? And you see that filter by providers. AWS, Azure, Boundary, Console, Google, Helm, Nomad, Oracle, Vault. By the way, these are the only published one. GitHub, you will find you can search for more modules. Many people are writing a module, put it in the GitHub and forget it. Let's say you got one requirement. Let's say you are working on XYZ software. You write a module you want to share with the whole world. You just upload it to GitHub and you are started using yourself also likewise. So now the important thing is when you want to create a whole infrastructure, what do? So there'll be one module for VPC, there will be one module for EBS, there is one module for Route 53. Like this, you'll have a module. So search for it. For example, let's say IEM module is here, BPC module is here, S3 bucket module is here, EKS cluster you can create from this module, security group module, Lambda, KMS, and hell lot of it. Understood now,
I have
all
a
of you?
question.
Yes.
If say I have some appliance and there is no module exist in this module list, is there
Mhm.
any way we can create our custom modules?
Yeah, I just now created. No, you see in front of you, I created the EC2 module. So you
No.
write your resource
Oh, no, no,
file.
no, 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 no. Okay. So for AWS, it is already supported, right?
Yeah.
In Terraforms. What about if there is no support for AWS at all?
So you have to find your provider. What is your provider name? Tell me.
Yeah. Say I have an appliance which is running in my
Can you just
organization.
name the appliance name? That Cisco?
No, 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 no. That is very common. It is say root SG, right?
Okay, I'll
Some
put
third
it in this.
party vendor.
I'll
No,
say
don't
in
do that.
simple.
No, no, don't do that. What I'm trying to say, I think you're not catching. What I'm trying to say is that there is some appliance for which there is no support exists in Terraform. There is no module supported.
Okay. Haha.
Any appliance, ABC. I'm
Right.
giving, hypothetical name ABC.
Right.
So, is there any way we can, create our own custom modules so that Terraforms support that and we can, manage that appliance with the within the Terraform. For why I'm
Okay.
saying so, in Ansible we have
Okay.
raw
I meant.
modules, right?
Yeah.
So with
Yeah.
the help of raw
Ansible.
modules, we can create our own custom modules. So similarly, is there any
Yes.
way we can do in Terraforms?
Okay. So first, one thing, important thing. I think we are getting
Uh-huh.
confused with it. Understand this.
Okay.
Here
Okay.
we have a providers. Okay. And then
Ah,
providers we
yes.
have.
I'm meant to say if there is no provider,
Right.
I should,
Yes. Yes.
I must,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 I
Yeah.
must say provider.
I
Okay.
Yeah.
understood that
So
it's
now,
something new, right? You want
yeah.
to create it
So
from the very, very
ah,
scratch.
right. Right. And answer for this is very simple answer. Very simple answer. If you want to create your own provider, 4,000 provider has been
Mhm.
created. So why not you can create a provider? The only condition is the appliance, it should be API supported. That's the first condition. If it's supporting, wonderful. And second one, you have to know the little bit of Golang actually. So these two is sufficient to write a provider. I mean provider. Now new provider you want to write, let me show you. Terraform uh, custom provider. There is one Git repository is there. You can use that one, and then you can see here. So you can continue that one. So GitHub, let me open that. It will take you to the GitHub page. So this is the whole setup. You see Golang installations, open source, and there is one GitHub repository also. Let me show you.
Yeah, that is fine.
Yeah,
That is understood. We'll
yeah.
search later. Yeah, we can continue. Thank you.
So these two things is okay. Then you can write it.
Okay, got it.
Okay,
Yeah, I
good.
skipped
More
something
questions,
like
guys?
API, which is being supported by many appliances nowadays. If the appliance is old, then we have to see
Right.
because
Yeah.
thanks.
So ultimately, what you going to do? See, you have more or less you have learned the Terraform commands and all basic commands you have learned. Now, important things you have to do: find out your requirement, what you want to automate, list out those resources, find out the module, put it the module from the community to your TF file, plan, apply, and destroy. So these are the things you have to do that. Okay.
Have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.